When I do my smoking, I like to use some natural fire lighters. Some Samba ones are some of the best you can get. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Some I prepared earlier. Get them all going. Beautiful. And place your coals on top like that and come back in a few minutes and they're ready to pop in the smoker. As you can see, you come back in a few minutes and they are roaring. Now, this is my smoker. It's called a Pit Boss. I started with a Weber style smoker and upgraded to something like this. Boom. This is a ceramic style smoker and it is ready for action. So once you open up your smoker, you can take out your grill grates. Now here's some coals I prepared earlier as well. They're in the S shape, or like not S shape, snake shape. As you can see, I haven't really laid them out nicely. They're just a bit all over the shop, but again, they do the job, and I've been smoking like this for probably about 2, maybe 3 years now. Anyway, grab these coals. They're extremely hot, and just lay them out just like that, and boom. We'll just leave that to get up to temperature now and come back and chuck the meat on in a few minutes. Now you have to get yourself some ribs of your choice. After you get your ribs, marinate in your choice of seasoning and let them rest for as long as you would like. I typically let them rest for about 24 hours, and I use Grill Mates Slow and Low Tennessee Smokehouse barbecue rub. This stuff is absolutely killer and would recommend to anyone if you can find it in your shops. But yeah, I let these rest for about 24 hours and they are ready to pop on the smoker. Now I've come back out to the Pit Boss. She's getting about up to temperature. You want to be at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit or about 100 degrees Celsius. As you can see there, they've got the 2 readings there for Fahrenheit as well as Celsius. Depending on whether you're in Australia or whether you're in America, depending on what temperature you use. Now, I cannot stress these last 2 things enough. You have to know your smoker, where to put your vents. As you can see, I have 2 vents here, a top and bottom vent that control my temperature for me. And if you can't hold your temperature at the desired temperature, it's slow and low cooking. So it's very low heat for a long period of time. If you can't achieve this, you won't be able to get that nice, tender, fall off the bone ribs that we're trying to achieve today. So first, know your smoker, keep it up to temperature. Secondly, you need a water pan. The water pan helps act as a barrier for your meat to stop it getting penetrated by the heat too much and cooking the meat at a rate that it does not need to cook at. It needs to cook at a slow. So once you've set up your water pan, grab your ribs that you've marinated. Make sure you marinate backside as well as the top so that you can gnaw on those bones later on if you'd like to, depending on the person. And there you go. You can see my smoke is slowly coming up to temperature. Got a good amount of smoke coming out of the top. That's what you want to see. Now after about 1 hour, you can come back out to your smoker. See, it's sitting about 200 degrees. Now you can't forget some of the most important stuff. Some Hennessy Very Special Cognac in a glass with your spritzer bottle. Now, As you can see, the meat is starting to form some nice barking, which is exactly what we want to see. So just take your spritz bottle and need to tighten her up a bit. There we go. Awesome. Now make sure you give it a nice, good coat in whatever you want to put in your spritz bottle. You can put water in here, vinegar. Some people even put alcohol in here. Really just, yeah, depends on what you want to run. I put some water in here, keep it nice and simple. You just want to make sure you get good coverage all over the meat. Keep all that moisture in there so that it doesn't dry out too quickly. Mate, those are looking absolutely stunning. Oh, you little beauty. And I might even turn them around. And I've turned those around now, giving them another bit more of a spritz. Nice and moist. Close the lid up, grab your drink, and cheers. Now, if you remember at the start, I said the most important thing is your temperature, either 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, just so that meat is in the sweet spot. Now, if you have a look, they're coming along swimmingly. Now, what you want to do ideally at this point, because the ribs won't take on any more smoke, you want to wrap them up so that you can put that cooking process into overdrive and get it to that point it needs to be. Just like that. And turn it back around. Get the other one ready, and you can see all the bones are actually starting to come out of the meat, which is good. That's what you want to see. You can also see it's starting to separate nicely from the top as well. Beautiful. And this one's a bit harder than the last one. I might have to try and make this differently. Make sure you get good coverage with no holes anywhere. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay. We'll come back and check this in about 5, 6, maybe even 7 hours, just depending on how long you want to cook your ribs for. Probably leave them on there for about another 5 to 6 hours. So you come back out to your smoker. Now I cannot stress this enough. It's not open, close smoking. So as soon as you wrap your meat up, try and keep your smoker closed so that you get the best results, no inconsistencies, and yeah, you'll be happy with what you end up with. Now this is the sauce I've chosen to go with. It's got 4 stars. Sweet Baby Ray's. The sauce is the boss. Yeah. Hickory brown sugar. Goes pretty hard. So, you get to this point, you want to open up your smoker. Oh, Lord. Stop it. Naughty bit of kit. Look at that. Those are going to be too good. Oh, straight off the bone. Stop it. Alright. Now, take whatever sauce you've chosen. Lather your meat up. Oh, there we go. Sweet Baby Ray's sure goes the extra mile. Just look at that. That is unreal. I'll zoom out and show you the whole rib. too good. And now you can see all the bones are sticking out of both sides of the ribs, exactly how they should be. Now, just leave your smoker to marinate the barbecue sauce into those ribs for a bit and come back when you're ready to eat. Tonight we're just having a simple pub style feed. I've just peeled and cut some potatoes. You stick them in the freezer when you fry them. They end up having a nice crispy edge on them. And fry them for about 5 minutes until they're golden brown. Now 9 hours is up. It is now time to take them off and enjoy the goodness that is smoked ribs on the Kamado smoker. Wow, would you just look at them? Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Oh, look at that. Oh no. Falling apart as I take it off. That is too good. Then I have to be a bit more careful with this one. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. How do you not call that fall off the bone, mate? Alright guys, mind my presentation. It's as simple as that. Now I'm gonna go hook into these bad ribs. Oh my god, they're so fucking tender. And gonna be an absolute treat. Hey, enjoy, and I hope you learned something. Got Neptune's Trident there. Honestly, you don't need a fork that big. Oh, too good. Alright, I'm halfway through my pub feed. Now this is the one that broke apart before, and it is still just absolutely so tender, eh? Oh, too good.